So now we're heading into footies. We've got the footies countdown on the evolution, and this Friday it's going to be all hands on deck. What we know from footies in previous years is there's a lot of upgrade packs, and once you get to the end of it, it becomes pretty much just autonomous, where you can just keep putting cards back in, you can save a card, and you can just basically build up your team to a 99. But before that, it's going to take a little bit of methods to be able to do it without running out of all of your fodder, scrambling around, having to do rival squad battles and champs to get your picks, and to get that fix of packs to get. So the way that I do that, and normally how I would kind of grind the game each day to spend as little points and matches on the game as possible, which always seems counterproductive. If you're looking for coins to finish off FC24, I have the place for you. Head over to U7Buy for all your coin needs. They're cheap, fast, and reliable. But make sure to use the code GTT at the end of checkout for 6% off every order. Is by doing the daily gold, daily silver, daily bronze. That's a start. Like they are the easiest ones to get, because whenever it comes to actually getting golds in your club, not having to put golds in to get something back is going to be the best way. So obviously with this, you can put the bronzes in to start with, so you just squad build all this. You can do it on the web app and it's a little bit quicker, but regardless, you can get it done pretty quickly. It's only technically 8 squads because you've got to do 2 at a time, but you do get a couple of packs back as well, which is going to be either discard for some coins, very little coins might add, or you obviously can keep them to keep recycling them round. Really doesn't matter. Bronzes and silvers this year, unless you get very lucky with a random evolution, is pretty much non-existent for pricing. So we got the first one done. Obviously you want to do all 4 every single day and do the bronze and silvers to be able to get as many of them back in, so you don't have to keep stocking yourself up. Once you've done this, you've got yourselves some fodder players, some for the upgrades. As you can see, we've got 1 duplicate. Whenever it comes to dealing with duplicates, always put it into an SBC. Don't discard it. I'm only doing it for the purpose of the video. So obviously with this, you want to then take your gold cards into upgrade packs. That's going to be the best thing to do. And also, if you want to do it for maybe a little bit of a chance, you've got the Team of the Tournament Daily Challenge, and then also the Grand Finals. So doing any of these challenges, I know the Team of the Tournament Daily is untradeable, but you get a rare players pack for the throwback marquee matchups. You get a premium gold players for the Grand Final that are tradable. Now the likely chance of you packing any Team of the Tournaments that are worth over 30,000 coins is very slim, but it's still a good chance to get a bit more coins in there. Failing that, you get a few more players that you can either sell or discard or put back into upgrades, but I would say any tradable, just get rid of the value. Even if you have to discard it and you don't want to put it up individually, just get the coins in at the minimum, because that's going to help you with the rest of this grind. Then, where you go from here, we have a few decent upgrade packs that more than likely we'll see in and out of upgrades and SBCs over the next few weeks until we get inevitably that 85 times 10. That is the 86 player pick. We also then have the 85 times 5 for another 4 days. These both can be finished 3 times every single day. So we're going to need some fodder. So I will kind of go over what we're going to need every single day. And I want to say, I don't know if the 84 times 10 is going to come back or not, or that was just a single SBC. I know we've had it twice now, but it might come back again. So they're just going to be extras that you throw in as well. So when it comes to the 85 times 5 and the 86, you've got to give up a team of the season or team of the week. Preferably you want to go with a team of the week, as it's just a little bit cheaper and easier to get compared to a team of the season, other than the kind of rival awards that are changing. So we won't be able to get team of the seasons, and that will probably change the actual requirement of this. You need 3 of them every single day. So that then means we need to put in the team of the week player pick. Now this is just 2 SBCs, 82, 83 with 2 84s and 185 as the requirements. So there's something we're going to have to do at least 3 a day, which has then given us a few things to do. So if we go into our favorites now, obviously I've got the 89 duplicate. We'll go over the exchange in a second. So realistically, every day we want to make sure we're getting the team of the week pick 3 times done. And then when it comes to the player pick, it is just an 85 rated team regardless. Now, with this, where do you start first? Because obviously if you've done your team of the week picks, that will always be number 1 from the 82 from the 81 player picks, and then you can obviously move up the ladder as such. So then you do your team of the weeks, once you've got your 3, I would then personally go to the 85 times 5 and then move into the 86 pick. That is purely because the 85 times 5 is a likely chance you get duplicates. The 86 pick, you can choose from the 1 of 3, so the likely chance if you get anything is going to be hopefully picked out. Now I would suggest probably trying to do all these as much as possible, because it's going to be the best way to get anybody at this point, from rival awards, from champs. They've never really seemed incredible, to be honest. Like, they're just very average at this point. So for instance, now going back, if we went into Elite Division again, we look at the number 1 rewards. Say if we go untradeable, you get your Path to Glory, Make Your Mark, or Team of the Tournament pick. That is very good if you are willing to grind out Elite. You get 200Ks, 250s, 2 megas, 4 85 times 5, 4 87 times 3, which to be honest sounds brilliant. Now that's going to be the best one that you've got with the 94 times 3, but that is going to require you to get to Elite Division. If say you are Division 1 player, then obviously again it's going to be a little bit of a grind. You get your player pick, which is nice, but you do get the Air 94 times 3. If then you was to go down to 2nd division, so that's going to give you it as well, and I believe the 3rd division is where it kicks off and doesn't. No, you still do in fact, so you get at least one of them, so at least you are going to get something, but the likely chance is it's very, very low. Normally when it comes to reward weights, then you are necessarily going to get the bottom end as such. So grinding out these SBCs are going to be the best way. So what I would do to get to these upgrades is by utilizing either the 81 player pick or the 80 times 3. Now in terms of what gets you the most fodder, I would probably say the 81 pick. In terms of what is the most efficient for what you get back and putting back in, it's going to be the 80 times 3. But I do think the player pick, it's just a better overall, and I would suggest just going through and putting in a lot of your low fodder to start with, because it's just so much easier to grind this out than it is to constantly be dealing with duplicates with the 80 times 3. So for instance, using your Libertadores players, all of your rares that are lower rated, I'd kind of be looking towards 82 and below, because the 83s are good for the team of the week picks, and then anything above is going to be utilized. So 84s, 5s, mainly 85s, maybe a couple of 86s for the upgrade. So in this one, we get the worst example going. So the only thing I don't like with the 81 pick is it does seem to be a lot lower standard in comparison to the one we had last week, which is the 82 player pick. And this isn't just a 1 week thing. This is going to be throughout. So next Monday, more than likely we get the 82 player picks again. And hopefully they do include a 1 of 4 pick of them. And I think they are going to be the best rewards that we should see so far. The 1 of 4 normally is the best one, but the 81s just seem to be just pushed down a little bit in weight. It's very rare that I do get anything from these. You do manage to get a few decent fodder options. It's just you never really get any of the team of the tournaments out of these. You got to be a little bit lucky there. So obviously with that 90, for instance, if I'm looking to do a player, then obviously 90s are going to be great in that. But the way I would use 90s to do in the kind of upgrades, the 85 times 5, yada yada, is by doing exchanges. So normally I would go 87, 88, and 89s all into this. So Harry Kane would go into this to get myself an extra 51 players, meaning I can go and do more picks. And this is how the unlimited side and being able to complete them every day is going to work, because with the actual upgrades, I don't need anything really above 85, because I don't have to technically put anything more in. It is just an 85 team flat rate. So as long as I've got 9 85s and 2 84s, that would be the flat rate of putting stuff in. Plus then the team of the week could be higher rated. It is a likely chance that it should be 85 and above, give or take. And sometimes you can get some players back from this. So we managed to get a Renard, I believe. Maybe not. We're not going to get Renard. So obviously all of these can go in. Like I said, anything tradable, we would obviously put in. Then with these, I would swap them over and put them back into the player pick. So it is just a constant grind of that, then going into player picks, then looking at your fodder, what you've managed to get, going back in the exchanges until you're ready to do these picks. Then you want to make sure you're stockpiling the player picks from Team of the Weeks to be able to just go straight into that 85 times 5. And that's where whatever you can put in is what you're going to get out as such. But it is a relatively easy grind. I'm going to finish all of these 86 picks just to see what what we get, and we'll finish from there. And there we have it, all 3 done. Let's see what we can get, and hopefully this could be the start of every day managing to get at least somebody decent. It's a 1 of 3. Oh, 88 to start with. Okay, so these can obviously be utilized in the exchange as well. That's the kind of only bonus that we've got, as it's not looking very pretty. 88 and 89 fodder, team of the tournament. No, so it is a win some, you lose some, but we get to put some into the exchange and we can grind them out later. But that's the risk of the game. Let me know if you managed to get anybody good, and I'll catch you all for the next one.